I don't understand how dating in 2026 got this bad.
There's multiple reasons why. I'm gonna give you big three ones. The first one, there's too many unhealed people trying to date. If you are unhealed, why the hell are you dating? You have no business dating. And on top of that, you have unhealed people trying to date unhealed people, and then you're both being toxic towards one another and trauma dumping. And so, guess what ends up happening? You end up splitting and becoming more toxic, and then add on to what you already have that's unhealed. And then you have unhealed people trying to date healed people, and unhealed people are getting offended because the healed person's like, no, I've been through too much. I worked on myself. I healed. I know what I want. I'm already at this point in my life. You're not. I'm going to back off and go find someone that matches me. And unhealed people get offended, and they add on to the trauma that they already have or unhealed things they have, and then they become more toxic. And then the dating just gets worse and worse from there. And on top of that, as someone who's did it multiple times at a younger age, I'm not that old. I'm in my mid 30s, 35, but a lot of times we keep dating the lesser of the evil. So like you had like a really toxic ex, the next person you date will be toxic, but because they're not as toxic as the last person you dated, like, oh, that's lesser of the evil. Yeah, he's A, B, and C, or C's A, B, and C, but at least they treat me better than this person. It feels good. It feels really great. And then you just date that person, and then as you go on with dating, you just, it just drops down to you and eventually find your person. That's what happens to a lot of people. Anyways, I'm not trying to make the video too long. So number two, um, y'all are not open. Y'all are very selfish, very very selfish. And what I mean by that is everybody's about me, 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 me. Meet my needs, meet my standards. That's it. And a lot of people don't realize in dating, in marriage, you have to compromise, not sacrifice, because I hate that word, compromise. And a lot of people don't want to compromise. Everybody just wants it their way or no way. If it's not their way, they're just going to just find somebody or flirt or cheat on somebody else who's going to do that until you rinse and repeat. So very, very selfish. Last but not least, number three, y'all do not know how to date. Back when we were kids, middle schoolers, high schoolers, teenagers, in college, going into our early 20s, back in the 90s, and just in general, the reason dating was so fun is because we genuinely just enjoyed the time. Like there was times where we would all have a bunch of guys, like a bunch of guys, and one of our homies was talking to a girl, and he'd be like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna go to the pool." She has a bunch of friends, they're all singles, all hang out, and we all laughed, have fun, got to know each other. Some of us messed around, some of us didn't, but we all genuinely had fun. And then when we went on individual dates, y'all lost a fucking plot of dating because y'all went from this weird ass social media rant of it has to be expensive, it has to be extravagant. I don't know if I'm saying that word right.